Hello all, I am Dr. Anand Nayyar, PhD in Computer Science. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Gyan with Anand Nayyar. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay tuned to all the technology videos on Linux administration, open source, Windows administration, embedded systems, Kali Linux, simulations, big data, machine learning, programming, deep learning, IoT, virtualization, unboxings and many more. If you want to know more about the details of my video, you can click on the playlist and you can find more details of the videos on which I make on my YouTube channel. If you want to know more about my research, you can go to Google Scholar and you can search my name Dr. Anand Nayyar and you can find all my research papers over here. And similarly, you can even go to researchgate.net and you can find my detailed profile and even my level of research over here, and you can find all the coordinates of my current research scenarios on this website. And similarly, you can even go to google.com and you can search my name as Anand Nayyar and you can find my website and every coordinates of my research, everything over this search. So I request you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay tuned. Gyan with Anand Nayyar, your ultimate resource for technology. Thank you. Hello researchers, how are you? I hope you are fine and doing well. In this video, I will be demonstrating how to install Icinga2 on Ubuntu 17.10 distribution. Now before we proceed on installation part of Icinga2 on Ubuntu 17.10, let us first of all get ourselves aware regarding what is Icinga, what are its features and what are the different aspects of Icinga2. Icinga is an open source computer system and network monitoring application. It was originally created as a fork of the Nayyar system monitoring application in 2009. Icinga is attempting to get past perceived shortcomings in Nayyar's development process, as well as adding new features such as modern Web 2.0 style user interface, additional database connectors for MySQL, Oracle and PostgreSQL, and a REST API that lets administrators integrate numerous extensions without complicated modification of the Icinga core. The Icinga developers also seek to reflect community needs more closely and to integrate patches more quickly. The first stable version 1.0 was released in December 2009 and the version counter had risen every couple of months as of January 2010. Icinga was included by Jeffrey Hammond of Forrester Research in a list of waxing open source projects based on its rate of commits. The name Icinga is Zulu word meaning it looks for, it browses or it examines, as it pronounced with a click consonant. The initial release of Icinga was done in May 2009 and the latest stable release, which is available right now on filming of this video, is version 2.8.1, which was released on January 17, 2018, 20 days ago. It is written into mixed languages and it is available for cross-platform operating systems, and the official website you can see, that is icinga.com. So if we talk of some history, in May 2009, a group of developers from Nayyar's community announced the fork Icinga, citing their dissatisfaction with the stagnant development of Nayyar's software. In the first year, Icinga developers released separate versions of core, API and web and celebrated their 10,000 download. In the second year, Icinga project released unified and stable core and web, added dual stack IPv6, IPv4 and some add-ons, and the project achieved more than 70,000 downloads and grew to 23 members. And in October 2012, the Icinga project released a technology preview of a core framework replacement and parallel development branch, Icinga2, and the developers expressed their intentions to rewrite the code to correct shortcomings such as complicated configuration and scalability limitations in large deployments. So the project proposed to rewrite the Icinga core 2 with C++. So if we talk of some features, it is having tons of features. You can say that monitoring of network services, monitoring of host services, monitoring of server components, simple plug-in design that allows user to easily develop their own service checks, parallel service checks, and ability to define network switch. It gives huge types of notifications if any problems occurs in the network configurations. It provides proper visualization and reporting tools using Icinga Classic UI and Icingaweb, which I will be covering later on this video when I will be enabling you to how to install Icingaweb in a very simple user interface. Icinga reporting module on open source Jasper projects. if we talk of architecture, it is written in C and as a modular architecture, and it is divided into different layers. Like we have Icinga doctrine abstraction layer, REST and plugin APIs that mediate between the external data and internal structures. So Icinga core manages monitoring tasks, check results for various plugins. We have Icinga2, which manages monitoring tasks, running checks and sending alert notifications. We have Icinga user interface, which consists of two types of interface, classic UI and Icinga web. So Icinga data out database, that is IDO-BDB, is a storage point for historical monitoring for add-ons for Icinga web interface to access. And we have proper Icinga reporting, and these days we can even install the web app or mobile app of Icinga on iOS, Android, BlackBerry and even on WebOS. So we can say that it is having tons of functionalities, reporting and professional configurations. So if you can gather on this website, you can find everything from REST API, performance monitoring, alerting and much more. So let's come to the part B of my video, in which I will be demonstrating how to install Icinga2 on Ubuntu server 17.10. So I have recently installed the Ubuntu 17.10 version on a VMware workstation. So let us start with the installation part of Icinga2 on Ubuntu 17.10. So let us unlock this machine and let me type the password of my username. So here you can see that these are all the step-by-step instructions which I will be using in order to install Icinga2 on Ubuntu 17.10. So let us right click and click on open terminal. So first things first, let us first of all log in with root. So with this command su space minus and the password. So root has logged in. So the first thing before installing anything, as I've already demonstrated and instructed on every of my demonstration on my YouTube channel Gyan with Anand Nayyar, that first of all we have to update the machine. So we will give the first command as apt-get update. So it is done. So let's clear this. So now we have to install NetTools as well as the LAMP server. So make it sure that these two things are installed, unless otherwise you will be finding some errors and you will not be able to install the Icinga2 in a proper manner. So let us go with the installation of NetTools. So let us give this command apt-get install net-tools. So there's a, okay, so let's kill this. So sometimes it can create some trouble with this, so no issues. Okay. Okay. So let's find this. Okay. So sometimes there's some problem. Okay. Yes, so now it is done. So let's install this NetTools. So let's find the IP address of this machine. So it is 192.168.68.182. So let's try to ping Google so that we can assure the net connectivity is fine. Okay, it is fine. Okay, now we can proceed. So make it sure before installing Icinga2 the LAMP server should be properly installed. So we can install in just one command, apt-get install lamp-server shift6 and press enter. So it will automatically install PHP, MySQL as well as Apache. So let's press Y and press enter. So depending on the net connection speed, it will not take much time. So it is done. So we have to give the password for MySQL root user and make it sure to remember this MySQL root user password. Okay, it is done. So it is unpacking and after that it will be setting up. And after that we will be starting installation of Icinga2 packages. So you can see that PHP 7.1 is being installed with the latest version. This is what we want. Okay, let's wait for it to finish. Okay, good. So let's go with the first command for this session of Icinga2. So this was right now the preliminary requirements which we have finished, and now let us go to the main requirements. So let's go with the installation of Icinga2 and Icinga2 IDO-MySQL. So this will install the main Icinga software as well as the database driver that enables Icinga to put historical data and other information into a MySQL database. So you will be presented with two questions. So we have to type yes only, and we have to give the database administrator password for MySQL as well as setting up for the Icinga database password. So I will be taking only one password which is common for MySQL as well as for MySQL or for Icinga2 database. So let's enable this Icinga2 IDO database MySQL feature. Make it sure that it is yes. So configure database for Icinga IDO MySQL with dbconfig-common. So again we have to press enter for this connection. So now it is asking for the MySQL application password. So let me give the same password which we have done for MySQL also. So you can see that it is creating the database Icinga2 success and even verifying the database. So now it is populating the database via SQL and everything is fine. So now the next thing is that we have to enable Icinga2 MySQL feature with the following two commands. So let us go with these commands. Let's paste this. So we have to enable the feature for commands also. Let's copy and paste this. It is done. And now let us restart Icinga2. So everything going on fine and well. So it is restarted. So now let us check the status of Icinga2 using the following command, that is systemctl status Icinga2. Okay, so now you can see that it is properly active and it is properly running, which means 50% of our work is done. So now let us go to step number 8, in which I will be telling you how to install Icinga2 web interface. So we have to run the following command, that is apt-get install Icinga web 2. Because in order to install web 2 interface, it is very important that we should go for the front end also. So let's go and paste this. So it is about a 6 MB, so it will not take much time. So it is integrating itself with PHP because Icinga web 2 is already written in PHP, so that is why we need to integrate PHP with that. Okay, it is unpacking everything. So after that we go to step number 9, in which we edit the PHP file so that we can set the time zone. Okay, so now we have to edit the PHP 7.1 this file, because if we don't edit this file, you will find some problem when you go to the front end. So let us go with the nano editor and we just edit this file. We just have to make simple one setting. So let's clear this. Just simple one setting. So let's press enter. So let's search for date dot time zone. So you can see that over here we have. So let's go to home and first of all delete this. So over here you have to write your time zone. So I just take it as Europe/London. So this is good. So what we have to do is to just save and exit. No other setting is required. Control X, yes, and press enter. So now what we have to do is to restart the Apache server, so that what the changes we have done in the PHP file, it is already been should be reflected in the Apache 2 server. So let's restart Apache 2. So it is done. So now it is the high time that we should go to the Icinga2 web interface. But before that, we have to just go with the final step. Otherwise, you have to come back to Ubuntu machine to take this. That is, we have to generate a token. So this is the token which we will generate. So let's paste this. And now you can see that this is the token which is being generated over here. So we will use this token in the first step. So let us take the ifconfig. So it is 192.168. So let us go to back to the host machine. So let us go with this, that is HTTP, that is 192.168. So let's return back .68.182. So we have to type this also, that is Icinga web 2 / setup. Icinga web 2 oblique setup. So now you can see that we have come successfully to the configuration of Icinga2 Web. So now what we have to do is to type the token name. So let us go for the token, that is 45F2. So let us go over like this. 45, that is F2, that is 0400C, 0400C. Okay, that is 4C093. So this is 47B. Okay, sorry, we should check again. So 45 we can place like this. Let me try to copy paste this. Okay, it is not copying pasting, so 45 F2 0 44C 4C 093. Okay, so it is done. So now what we have to see, you can see the following modules are found in Icinga2 installation. To enable and configure a module, just take it and click next. So what we have to do is to just take the default application, that is monitoring. So just press next. So over here there are the various PHP settings. You can see that everything is being verified, so no need to change anything. What we have to do is to just click on next. So after that we have to take the authenticating method when accessing Icinga2 configuring backend specific details falling in a later step. So no need to change, click on next. So after that, this is a most important crucial step in which we have to take the database resource. So we have to take the database type as MySQL, and we have to give the database name as Icinga web _users. So we have to type the username as admin and the same password which we have set at the MySQL installation. So character set we don't require. So let's press next. So you see that it is validated. So the next step is to find the database setup. It seems that either database, so let's press on no. So username will be root and the password will be same, that is MySQL password. So click on next. So now you can see that the authentication of the backend, so no need to change Icinga2, click on next. So here we have to first administrator account, so I just type the username as admin and the same password which we have given in the MySQL. So click on next. So now there is the application configuration, so no need to make any change over here. So click on next and you see the preview of all the settings which are being done successfully. So click on next. So welcome to configuration of the monitoring module which you can see over here. So click on next. So no need to configure any change, or Icinga2 should retrieve monitoring information. So click on next. So here we will do some changes, that is towards the database name which we take as Icinga2, which we have already created during the installation of Icinga, and we take the root and we take the password. So same password which we have done over there. So now before define, you need to define to send commands over there, so no need to check anything over here. So click it as default. So click next to protect the monitoring community from prying eyes. So click on next, and here we have the review. So what we have to do is to click on finish, and yes, you can see congratulations, Icinga2 has been set up. So now what we have to do is to just log in with Icinga2, and here is the opening interface, and I just give the admin and my name as the password. And yes, you can see that Icinga2 web interface has been successfully installed, and you can just go to overview and you can go for tactical overview. You can see the host, services, host groups, service groups, contact groups, history. Even you can go for you can say like monitoring health. So everything you can see it is working fine and well. So in this video I have demonstrated step by step how to install Icinga2 on Ubuntu 17.10, and this was one of the video which was many times requested to me on my YouTube channel. So today I have fetched your request on my YouTube channel. So if you have any more requests for any other video, please do comment, please give me an email. I will be leaving the email in the description below. I'll be surely coming to that request. Okay, so I hope you do like this video. It is very simple to install, and I hope so you do subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is Gyan with Anand Nayyar. Thank you so much for watching.